2009, I started playing prems for university. Barcard had just finished and I made the NPC team for Wellington. A friend I had from the club said that they got the Raiders to come over and they said they were keen to sign me, so I was all ready to go there, and then nothing eventuated from it. I was pretty gutted, and I knew that I was a bit late to be getting seen or get a contract from anywhere, so I just borrowed the game CDs from the Wellington Rugby League and wrote down all the times, like minute 20 to minute 24, like of CD1, stuff like that. And then I just Googled all the Melbourne Storm recruitment, and I would send it with just a letter saying, "Hi, my name's Charlie Gubbs. I play rugby league in Wellington." And I sent it to just all the Aussie teams, and I didn't hear back anything for a couple of weeks, and then they all started getting back to me. I went from having nothing, being real down, my dream was to play in Toyota Cup, and it's not going to happen, to having all these options. So I told John I was going to sign with one of them, but he talked me into staying at the Warriors. He said that he was always going to sign me. He liked what he saw at the start, and he liked me as a person, and I ended up signing with the Warriors. It was just a year of first for everything for me. A first time living away from home. First time really traveling to Australia. It was just a big learning curve. Then man, I dreamed of this at school, playing in the Toyota Cup, watching it on TV. It was just a real buzz, and then we took out the comp that year, so it ended up being a pretty good decision.
Well done to the Warriors. It's been a successful afternoon.
Stand up and shout, one stand to the end. We are the Warriors, 100%.
Obviously, I knew I was blessed to, win the grand final and that sort of thing, but then, some of your friends go on and get signed and some don't, and you're like, oh, what am I going to do now? Because I knew how tough it was to get into the NRL system if you didn't make it out of 20s. And I sat down with John Ackland, and he said, no, you should go to the Queensland Cup, play over there. And I ended up linking up with Winner Manly, and it was a pretty intense competition, a lot harder than under 20s, just mentally as well, playing against seasoned men.
It's Charlie Gubbs who's gone over! The Gubbs brothers have scored in the decider!
And then I hadn't had any offers, and I emailed Dean Bell and I was like, oh, can I come back? And he was just like, oh, we'll see, mate, we've got a lot of good forwards here and that. But obviously, I built a bit of a resilience of getting turned down, so I was like, oh man, you don't always get what you deserve, so. I didn't really want to play again in the Queensland Cup. I had a really good year, and I still hadn't got an NRL contract, so I didn't really know what to do apart from just ask, just go out and ask again. And I was like, okay, rang my manager. He got in touch with them again, and then he goes, oh, they said you can come over for training trial. It's unpaid. You just got to do the full NRL preseason full time, and then hopefully earn a contract. And I was like, yep, that's all I need. So moved back to here. Did the full preseason, and then me and Sawia Matangi ended up getting signed that year. It just worked out, and then it was a real blessing.
A strong tackle from Charlie Gubbs in his first NRL appearance, but what a debut he's having.
In the team meeting the night before the game, he just goes, oh, Charlie's going to make his debut, and Sawia's going to be 18th. And I was like, oh, man, what the heck? And it was just such a buzz, knowing that I was going to play NRL and all that hard work, that, your dream of, being at school, will I ever play, and then, not getting signed, and then going to Australia, it all just kind of came into one moment, when you knew you were going to play. And yeah, it was a pretty cool feeling. In that game, I ended up getting injured, and then I didn't play for a few weeks, and then, Sawia came back in, took the spot. And then it was hard to get it back again. You have to just come to realise that you have to just play hard wherever you are. And then, if you work hard, then you'll get another opportunity. After you play one, you just want to play one more. And then from what I realised, once you play NRL game, you haven't made it. It's just more and more hard work about, getting a spot and being consistent. Cappy was saying, what's one of your goals? And I said, to be a starting prop for the Warriors. Even if it's, just running out. He was just like, yeah, you can do it. To do it in round one, it's just, that's what you do the whole preseason for, to play round one and to start. It's just such a buzz. It's pretty crazy looking back and thinking about where I've come from to be doing that. So. This year I just want to play as many NRL games as I can, play as consistently as I can. I don't feel like I've played to my potential yet, and I just want to keep improving. And when I look at guys like like Simon Mannering and that, just to be as consistent and as good a person as he is, I want to get there to a level like that. When you work hard, things eventually go right. Just keep getting back up, and I know that I want to be at the Warriors. I'm really happy with where I am, and I couldn't see myself anywhere else. It's a bit embarrassing for me to say, I want to make the Kiwis when I know there's so many good players out there, but if I was playing well enough, that would be a dream come true to play there as well, but I just want to be a really good Warrior.